Are we live? Looks like we are live. All right. All right. Dogood Mavericko here. Let's look at another online paid community success story. This is also one from the school.com platform. Again, I would use a different platform if I were building a new online community. But yeah. The name of this community is Level Up Psych Academy. It has 344 members. Let me just run the numbers. It has 344 members, and it's priced at $149 per month. So that's like $51,256. But it's very hard to say how much he's making in profit per month, because we don't know how many of these members are paying this current price, because oftentimes they start as a free community or very cheap, and gradually they increase the price to the current price. Plus, he might have different tiers. Yeah. So he has $149 per month, standard. And then he has $249 per month, premium. So yeah. The standard has gradual course access, get help from the community, best for students, 44% off with annual. Click below. And then the next one, $249 per month, premium, instant course access, get help from the community, best for practicing PMHNPs, weekly live Q&A with me, 50% off with annual. Click below. 50% off with annual. That's interesting. Why is he giving that big of a discount if people select annual? It gives me the suspicion that maybe his churn rate is high, but I might be completely wrong as well. That may be the churn rate, like maybe people on average don't stay a member that long, that the retention isn't that good, isn't as good as it should be. But yeah, let's look at his sales page on school.com. Level Up Psych Academy. Are you a PMHNP who feel like an imposter? You doubt your diagnosis. You're scared of hurting your patient. You try a med and it doesn't work. You get a tough case and freeze. It's not your fault. Most PMHNP programs take your money and never teach you to actually practice. We fix that here. You'll walk into every appointment sure of your plan instead of second guessing it. Inside 20 plus hours of real psychiatry training, so you know exactly what to prescribe and why. Weekly live Q&As. Bring your hard cases, leave with a plan. Cheat sheets and treatment algorithms you can use in clinic today. A room of PMHNPs, so you never practice alone. Me answering your cues. New grad or building your own practice, you'll finally feel confident. I'm Dr. Agam Dawan, a psychiatrist with 11 years of training. I teach you psychiatry the way psychiatrists actually learn it. Costs less than 1 hour with a collaborating psychiatrist who probably won't answer anyway. Way cheaper than your program. Free trial. Cancel anytime. That was the text. And if you look at on the right side, under the small description, Level Up Psych Academy, the #1 psychiatry academy for PMHNPs. This psychiatry and psychology stuff, it is one sketchy industry. They do a lot of good, but they also do a lot of bad. I don't know anything. I don't know. I haven't I don't know much about this guy. I know almost zero about this guy. So I'm not judging him. I'm just saying the industry. There's a lot of sketchy industries, but psychiatry and psychology is definitely one of them. Again, they do a lot of good, but they also do a lot of bad. If you look at the statistics in Western countries, like I think in America, by the way, this is kind of like a side quest, but how many percent of, I think it is high, when it comes to the use of psych meds, I think it is highest among women. What age group and gender is using the most psych meds? Nationwide, this is according to Google AI overview, so it might be wrong. Nationwide and international studies, including data from CDC antidepressant use brief, consistently show that women are the highest consumers of psychotropic medications, with usage roughly double that of men. By age, the highest usage is among adults aged 45 to 64, peaking even higher for women aged 40 to 60. By age group, a breakdown of who uses these medications most reveals specific patterns. By gender, across almost all classes of psychotropics, antidepressants, sedatives, and antipsychotics, women take these medications at roughly twice the rate of men. In fact, approximately 1 in 5 adult women reports taking a psychiatric drug. 1 in 5. By age group, usage generally increases with age for both sexes, while only about 7.9% to 10.7% of young adults 18 to 39 use antidepressants. Usage jumps significantly for those aged 40 and older. It frequently reaches its highest demographic rates among women aged 40 to 64. Medication class variations. While women take most psychiatric medications at higher rates, ADHD drugs are a key exception. Young men and adolescent boys are the highest consumers of stimulant medications. But it didn't say. How high is it actually among women? How many percent of women aged 40 to 60 use any kind of psych drugs? In the 40 to 60 age range, approximately 20% to 25% of women use psychiatric medications, depending on the specific drug class and year of the study. So yeah, and this, for that age group, women age 40 to 60, 20 to 25% use psychiatric medications. That's like, and this is not what they mentioned earlier, that they had reported sometime during their life having used it. No, this is active users. 20 to 25%. That's like 1 of 5 or 1 of 4 if it's 25%. That's a lot. What's my point? My point is, we are kind of living through almost like a Brave New World scenario, like Aldous Huxley wrote about. It is kind of like an epidemic when it comes to the way psychiatrists and psychologists and doctors are just shoveling out psych meds. I'm not against psych meds for all cases, just to be clear on that. I'm not against all use of psych meds. I'm just saying, when you're giving it to like 1 of 4 or 1 of 5 women aged 40 to 60, are really 1 of 4 or 1 of 5 women mentally ill, or do they have a chemical imbalance in the brain that needs to be fixed by psych drugs? That theory has also never been proven. Those that are selling, or those that developed the antidepressant pills, they came up with a theory that people that are depressed, they have a chemical imbalance in the brain, and if they take the antidepressant pills, it can fix the chemical imbalance and kind of cure or help with the depression. But that theory has never been proven. So my point is, it's kind of like an epidemic when in some age groups 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 women are using it. And there are a lot of side effects to it. I'm just thinking, yeah, I think I should mention it. The world's most popular psychologist, Jordan Peterson, he's been into the whole psychology field for a long time, for like decades, and he's a super smart guy. I love Jordan Peterson. But what happened? Even to Jordan B. Peterson, the most famous psychologist in the world, he became a drug addict, kind of like a drug addict. And I don't mean that in a rude way at all. I'm just saying how scary different types of psych meds can be. In his case, I think he went to a doctor. He was in a lot of pain, and he went to a doctor, and he got benzodiazepines, benzos as they call them, and he got really, really, really sick. It was seriously bad. But thank God he had an amazing daughter, Michaela Peterson, and she managed to find some experts in the Philippines, not the Philippines, in Russia, I think it was. And basically they gradually were able to kind of rehab him, so to speak, so that he could get clean from those medications. Because according to his daughter, Michaela Peterson, there's 2 types of drugs that you can die from quitting on. Alcohol, if you're a serious alcoholic. If you just quit cold turkey, you might actually die. The other one was benzodiazepines. So getting free from many of those pill addictions is seriously hard. But with the help from those experts, they managed to do it. But who has a daughter like that, and who are a multi-millionaire that has the money to find all these world-class experts and get clean? That's not an easy thing. And he got clean, but then a few years later, up until about 1 year ago at the time of this recording, he got sick again. And they don't I don't think they are sure what it is, but he got exposed to mold, and then suddenly he got really sick. And they think it is, what do they call it? There's a name for it, basically. Let me try to search it up. Jordan Peterson's diagnosis. Jordan Peterson has been diagnosed with tardive akathisia, a medication-induced neurological movement disorder causing extreme uncontrollable restlessness and chronic inflammatory response syndrome, CIRS, C-I-R-S. These conditions have caused severe, lingering neurological issues, with his family describing the ongoing symptoms as highly debilitating. And yeah, it says tardive akathisia, a medication-induced neurological movement disorder. And what I heard was that it was probably the benzodiazepines that he were using years ago, that this was kind of the mold exposure triggered it, and it caused this problem years later. And my whole point, if a guy with super high IQ, super high education, super long experience, super smart, and one of the world's most popular clinical psychologists, if he ends up in that situation, if he is that vulnerable to the thing he himself is supposed to be an expert at, how vulnerable are us other people that don't have like 4 decades experience in the field? And how experts are really the experts when even that happened to some of themselves. And when 1 out of 4 to 1 out of 5, like 20 to 25% of women aged 40 to 60 is using some form of psych meds, isn't that kind of saying that, hey, probably a bunch of them should never have gotten the medications? I'm kind of getting off track here, but yeah. How many percent of psychiatrists are using psych meds? There is no official statistical data. Oh, wow. NIH, National Institutes of Health, 2024. More than 60% of psychotropic medications were prescribed by providers other than psychiatrists. 33.5%, or psychologists, 2.2%. But yeah. Anyway, I got a bit off track there, but let's look at the video on his school sales page. This is kind of the sales video, so it's kind of a big deal. It's a very important part to a successful paid community.
I remember entering my third year of residency, and my attending literally hands us a stack of papers, and he's like, here's 100 patients, good luck, we're just here for backup. And so I had to learn 100 new patients in 1 month, where in July now I'm constantly Googling symptoms. I'm looking up their textbooks for like random information on medications. I'm reading the DSM for different diagnoses, just trying to understand it. I literally remember sitting there with a patient. I'm talking to the patient and I'm acting like I'm writing the note, but really I'm Googling their medication because I'm trying to figure out, okay, what dose do I go up to? Do I need to keep this medication or switch it? So I had pretty much no real mentorship, no answers, and was just expected to figure it out for myself. So if you don't know me, I'm Dr. Agam Dewan. I'm a board certified child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist. And so I've treated thousands of patients in my career in the inpatient setting, outpatient setting, community mental health.
He has treated thousands of patients. How many has he cured?
Veterans Affairs, corrections, holistic psychiatry, concierge psychiatry. I've done addiction training. I've done consult liaison work. I've done geriatric psych, child and adolescent psychiatrist. I've built a following of 300,000 followers on TikTok, literally teaching psychiatry to providers like yourself. And knowing this, that's what's helped me treat patients confidently. So now a new patient comes in, I know that I can handle it. I can get a job now as a psychiatrist. I can get a job anywhere I want because of the knowledge that I have. Mental health, there's a huge need. I can now run a private practice by myself without any other support because I'm confident now in my skill set as a psychiatrist and I know that I can help patients. So now my mission is to help PMHPs, psych NPs to stop second guessing themselves. Because through my journey, I've had so many NPs reach out to me and they're like, hey, can you precept me? Hey, can you be my collaborating psychiatrist? NP school didn't teach me well. I feel like an imposter. Thank you for teaching me. Can you take me on for a one-on-one mentorship? All of this stuff that people like you have reached out to me, and you feel like you've probably thrown into the job. You don't feel confident. You feel like there's no one you can ask. You're feeling imposter syndrome. You feel like your team doesn't respect you. You feel like other MDs look down on you and your work and they don't respect you. You feel like your colleagues might be judging you. So you just feel like you're trying to survive. And so my goal for you is to be able to prescribe with confidence, understand diagnosis clearly, lead your teams and your patients without any kind of fear. And I've spent the last 10 years of med school and residency learning this. So now that way you can download my knowledge into your brain. So no more having to Google stuff, trying to figure it out, trying to make up for really bad training. It's all here. And we've had over 100 NPs already join the program. And that's within the first 2 months of it founding. And they're transforming how they practice. They're handling bipolar, ADHD, anxiety, schizophrenia, handling all the...
Handling, or are they curing it? And prescribing with confidence. It kind of tells how much of the job is about giving them pills, like pill pushers. I don't mean to be rude, but it's like, okay.
Multiple psych regimens with confidence. They're able to prescribe something and feel confident that, yes, this is what I want to prescribe. This is the dose I want to prescribe it at. And this is how long I want to prescribe it at. And this is how long I expect to see results. Like, this is what you can tell a patient. So imagine coming into work Monday morning and knowing exactly what you're doing. You're not just searching up to date. You're not Googling stuff. You don't feel like you made a mistake. You're not texting your old preceptor all the time. Now you have clarity, confidence, and competence. And that's the whole reason that I created Level Up Psych Academy, was because I ran into NPs who were just saying like, okay, I don't feel good. I don't feel prepared. And I wanted to do something to change that. And so here in this program, you're going to get hours of real world diagnosis and psychopharm training. Basically all the knowledge I have in residency, plus 2 years of child adolescent fellowship, plus 4 years of med school. So 9 years total. Like that's what I want to give you. All of that broken down here. Easy to digest modules, handouts, case studies, breaking it all down step by step, because we don't learn medicine from a textbook. Just like you wouldn't learn surgery by reading it, or you don't learn about driving by reading about it. We learn about it by doing it, by practicing and doing real life cases. So every week we go over real life cases. I share the real cases that I've gone through, that I'm treating currently. All the NPs in our program, they share cases every week too that we break down and discuss. We have weekly live calls where I will answer all of your questions. And so keep in mind, normally I charge $500 an hour for my time. So now you get all of this available to you. Be able to ask me questions whenever you want. You get a private NP community where now you're never judged. You can ask whatever question, and you have a supportive community of people who are like you, who want to have the same mission and they want to get better. And you get that direct support from me, a psychiatrist who's been there. So if you think that you're too new for this, no, that's actually perfect. That means that you're coachable. If you think that, okay, maybe I'm not ready to join because I'm a student. No, a PMHP student is the perfect place to join, because then when you enter your job market, you're going to be way more prepared and way more confident than the person who's just going to enter in fresh. If you're a more experienced PMHP and you think you already should know this, then no, not necessarily. We're all learning every day. I'm learning every day. You're learning every day. And there's so much to learn, and experienced ones are the best, because then now you get to learn even more. You get to see where your knowledge stacks up, and then you get to take it to the next level and the next level. If you think you're too busy, well, 10 minutes here, you have a patient who comes in with bipolar, you quickly just look up the bipolar handout, understand their symptoms, then you look at the bipolar handout, and then, okay, know how to treat it, and boom. Now in 10 minutes, you know exactly what to do, rather than spending 10 hours of doubting, okay, did I make the right decision here? What's the patient gonna do, et cetera, et cetera. So use a very quick, easy, you can get a quick reference of exactly what you need in this program, because this is the community that I wish I had when I started, and now you can join for what, like $100, $200. So just like, look at all the stuff that you've paid for already. You've probably spent thousands of dollars on CEUs, probably spent thousands of dollars on private practice coaching or psychiatry coaching, $1,000 on review courses, and you still don't feel confident in managing patients, let alone like your 20 to 60,000 on your PMHP program. So that's why I built Level Up Psych Academy, is to give you that clinical clarity for a fraction of that price. So just true mentorship, true growth from a psychiatrist who's made it his mission to help you and to spread this knowledge of that I've learned to you. So click the link, join today, and I would love to see you inside.
So yeah, if you're a psychiatrist and want to feel confident in giving pills, sign up today. Yeah. Did he mention anything when it comes to curing people, or was it just treatment, handle, and stuff like that? And did he mention any form of treatment whatsoever without prescribing them medications? That's interesting. But yeah. By the way, if anyone watching this is on any form of psych meds or antidepressant pills or whatever, and if you start second guessing if you really should be on it or not, please check with a professional. And if you decide to stop, in cooperation with your professional, if you decide to stop, taper off gradually, because quitting psych meds cold turkey, like going on a dose and boom, quitting can be super, super dangerous. So yeah, it's like gradually decrease. That's often the way they do it. But yeah, talk to our professional. But yeah, let's look at his page in school. He has one community with 1K members that is closed. $9,999. I guess it just looks like that has been a changed price, and it was probably a different price before. Because I don't think he had 1,000 members at like 10K. And then he has the current paid community we just looked at. Level Up Psych Academy, 344 members at 149 to wasn't up to $249 per month. And then he has another one-on-one with Dr. Agam Dawan, 79 members, free. But is it free, or does he use a different payment processor? Price varies depending on what you're looking for. $9,999 is just a placeholder, it says. But it says, I guess he's charging something, but I guess those prices vary. Let's look at his social media. He mentioned a TikTok channel. It was like 300,000 or something like that. Agam Dawan MD, 360,700 followers and 5 million likes on TikTok. And he's linking to his school community. Yeah, to his school community in his bio. How many videos does he have? When did he post?
So when I had finished 5th grade and it was the summer.
Posted 1 hour ago. Looks like he's active. But his school page did not link to TikTok, but it do link to YouTube. It has 5,061. 5,610 subscribers. And 2,400 videos. Wow. And in his bio, he's linking to his school community. Free trial. The first video I see on his YouTube channel is Psychiatric diagnoses aren't real.
So when I was in my second year of medical school, I knew that psychiatry was the field I was leaning towards. And in our second year, we did our psychiatry learning module where we learned all about the different DSM diagnoses and the medications. And so I was like, oh, cool. So this is what psychiatry is. And then as I went into residency, I was treating patients, I was diagnosing patients with all the various criteria in the DSM-5 handbook, right? Like schizophrenia, depression, generalized anxiety disorder, PTSD, et cetera, et cetera. And so as I'm doing that, I don't really have any problems with it for the first couple of years. And as I started to get more and more into the field, more experienced, I started realizing that there was a lot of overlap between all the different diagnoses. For example, with ADHD, we call it a disorder of focus. But in generalized anxiety disorder, they can be focus issues.
In depression, there can be focus issues. So that was the first thing. I was like, all these symptoms are overlapping with all these diagnoses. So how do you know? Because it's important because different diagnoses have different treatments. And the second was when I saw this case of this lady who had come in. She was on lithium for 20 plus years. And unfortunately, the lithium had ablated her thyroid. So she was getting thyroid replacement. And so she was establishing with our clinic. She was somewhere else before. And I remember assessing her and I was like, I don't think you have bipolar disorder. And she goes, yeah, I don't think so either. But she'd been diagnosed with bipolar and given lithium, and it caused significant long-term side effect. And so that led me to think that, okay, if this diagnosis was wrong, was the clinician who made it just dumb and arrogant? No, I don't think so. And then as I reflected upon my career, upon other people's careers, upon the patients I've seen, I was like, we see this type of wrong diagnoses all the time. And that's not the case in the rest of medicine. If a patient has diabetes, they have diabetes. But for us, what I came to the realization is that, oh, we don't have any objective diagnostic criteria.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, some super solid points right there.
Oh, we don't have any objective diagnostic criteria.
Oh, we don't have any objective diagnostic criteria. The DSM-5 that he mentioned, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, it's super controversial as well. But yeah, that's the whole psychology and psychiatric field. But yeah, how this guy operates, I don't know. What he said here sounded really good. But he sounded kind of like a pill pusher in the school video though. But yeah, under his YouTube video, in the description, he's also promoting his paid community. Let's check out the pinned comment. No, there's no pinned comment. But in the description and also in his bio, he also has an Instagram channel with 14,200 followers, 1,740 posts. His bio says, I help NPs practice psychiatry with confidence. PMHNP Academy, free trial, and then he's linking to his school community, his paid community. NP hating doctors, unfollow me. That's one of his reels.
Doctors, why are you here? Unfollow me. Go ahead and block me. Why do you watch my page? Why do you stalk my page? Why do you leave negative comments? Do you have nothing else going on in your life that you resort to hating other people online on the internet to make yourself feel better? I don't care. I don't need you in my tribe. I'm going to keep supporting NPs no matter what I do, no matter the hate I receive, right? Because there is a place for all of us in healthcare, and I firmly believe that we'll be.
What is he talking about? Is it real hate? Or is it constructive criticism about pill pushing and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, that was his Instagram, and he's also linking to a website, agamdawanmd.com. Level up psychiatry for PMHNPs. Level up your confidence in psychiatry, even if your program didn't prepare you. Book your consult. What our members are seeing. And then he's linking to his paid school community. Yeah. Let's look at other pictures besides his sales video. Courses, diagnosis, treatment, or diagnosis and treatment, psychopharmacology, lab interpretation, fundamental neuroscience, substance use, child and adolescent psychiatry, advanced psychiatry, integrative psychiatry, therapy, career mentorship, private practice, documentation, and then some testimonials. But yeah. And we searched him up in Facebook ad library to see if he's using paid ads to grow on Facebook. On his name, there's 10 ads. The longest one has been running since April the 2nd, 2026, it looks like. It's like almost 4 months at the time of this recording. Let's look at the ad with most impressions. I guess that might be the most successful one. See ad details. Do you doubt yourself as a PMHNP? You are not alone. I will teach you what to do. Join my free group today. Level Up Psych Academy free. And then that's all the text. Basically a picture of his school sales page, I think, and join group. And the link is leading to, now it says closed. Why does it, this group is closed? Why? He is leading the Facebook ads to a free community, but the free community says this group is closed and it's priced at $9,999. That's strange. I don't get it. That was when I clicked the link. What if I click the learn more button? Where does that lead me? Yeah, it leads me to the same one. That's just really strange. But looks like he was using paid ads on Facebook or Meta to send people to his free community. And I guess in the free community he used that one to sell the memberships to the paid one. Let's try some of the other ads to see if it leads to a different community in school. Or leads to the same one. Yeah. Here on his different ad, one of his other ads, it sends directly to the paid community. I guess he might be doing some mistakes with his paid ads without knowing. I'm not sure. But it says on the other ads that I tried that sends to the closed community, it says that the ads are active. But maybe they're active without being active. Is that a thing? Is that a thing with Meta, that they might be labeled active, but they're not actually paying for ads? Let's look at the ad that is sending directly to the paid community. Level Up Psych Academy is for PMH and Ps who want real help. Members say they feel supported and taken seriously. They like learning from a psych MD who believes in them. If you want strong teaching and real guidance, this may be for you. PMHNP Academy testimonials. And then a picture with like 2 testimonials and his picture. And then a link to his paid community. A pretty simple ad. And that it says it's active. And that it started running like May 27, 2026. It's like almost 2 months at the time of this recording. So yeah. By the way, that was for his name. Let me try searching again for different versions of his link as well. Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's the same ads. But yeah, I think that's mainly it. But yeah, looks like he's doing really good with his paid community. We saw in one of his videos, is it this one? That he has, I think it was in the
$1,000 on review course.
I think it was in the YouTube video where he had a school award in the background. So it looks like he has won the school games. One of the winners of paid communities in the school games. So that's nice. But yeah, I said 344 members times $149 equals 51,256. But then he also has the tiers, $249 per month. So that's like $100 extra per month. So let's say if how many percent are buying the upsell? 344. If 20% are buying the upsell, 344 times 20%, that's like 68.8 times $100 extra. That's $6,880. So yeah. What does he make in profit per month from his paid community? My guess is around I would guess around $40,000 to $45,000 in profit per month. That's a pretty good income. And it sounds like, or does it sound like? Yeah, I guess it, to me it sounded like he's still a practicing psychiatrist that is kind of running the paid community in addition to his practice. But yeah, my guess is that he makes around $45,000 in profit per month. And if he does that, that's a pretty solid income, considering that it is probably not as much work as a lot of other online business models. A lot of the people I've interviewed that are running paid communities and making at least $10,000 in profit per month, a bunch of the ones that I have interviewed were only working around like 15 hours per week on their paid community. So if you're looking for a way to make not passive income online, but semi-passive income, something that requires like maybe around 15-20 hours of work per week, and you can make like multiple 5 figures or even 6 figures in profit per month, an online paid community might be a great option. If you want to build a lifestyle business, in my opinion, 2 of the best options when it comes to business models are a paid community or an email newsletter. But what I would do, or what I would advise a lot of people that wanted to build a lifestyle business based on the stuff I've seen other people succeed with and stuff, I would basically combine 3 things: a personal brand with an email newsletter and maybe also a free community, and then a paid community. Those 3 things can just work together seamlessly, and each one of those can become an independent stream of income as well. Your personal brand can become super valuable and generate monthly income. At least it has the potential if it becomes like really good in the future. An email newsletter can definitely generate monthly income if done right. That can also a paid community. But if you combine the 3, the whole thing becomes much more solid. And it looks like this guy, a lot of his traffic comes from social media. A lot of his paid members, I think they're coming from social media. But he's also using paid ads. So that's interesting. And probably a great decision as well to combine it with paid ads. But yeah, I think I've covered the main parts. Ian went on a little detour about the whole psychiatry field. But yeah. Alright, I think I should just do kind of like a short little recap as well. Alright, let's do a quick little recap. So yeah, here's another online paid community success story. Level Up Psych Academy. He's using the school platform. I would advise to use another platform, by the way. And he has 344 members, and he's priced at $149 to $249 per month. My very rough estimation is that he's making probably around $45,000 in profit per month. Looks like he's also a school games winner. But yeah, Level Up Psych Academy, he's basically teaching PMHNPs about psychiatry and how to feel confident when giving prescriptions and stuff like that. It's one sketchy industry, the whole psychology and psychiatry industry. I don't know how this guy operates, but it's a sketchy industry. But I don't know how. Again, I don't know how this guy operates specifically. But yeah, interesting stuff. He also has a few other communities. It looks like he used to send traffic to his free community and use his free community to grow the paid one. He has a one that used to be free with like 1,000 members. But I don't think he's using that anymore because it say this group is closed. But yeah. And he has an Instagram page with 14,200 followers, 1,740 posts. He has a YouTube channel with like 5,610 subscribers. And how many videos was it? About 2,400 videos. And he has a TikTok page with 360,700 followers. And he's also using Facebook ads to promote his paid community as well. So yeah, interesting stuff. So if you're looking for a so-called lifestyle business, something that can generate like 5 to 6 figures in profit per month, while you have time, income, and location independence. So there's a lot of people talking about passive income, and a lot of people claiming that passive income is a scam. And in a lot of ways, I think it often is a scam. People are promoting passive income opportunities. It's usually not passive. Or if it is passive, oftentimes it breaks down after a few months and they have to start something all over again. But when it comes to what I call semi-passive income, something that requires like maybe 2 to 20 hours of work per week, something like that is very possible, and a paid community can in a lot of cases be a great choice. But yeah, if you want to learn more about that, about lifestyle businesses, paid communities, email newsletters, and yeah, real life success stories, stuff like that, you should check out terrific30.com. You can join our free community. Just go to terrific30.com and you can join our community for free. Alright.